Hey guys, welcome back to FPL. This is the game week 18 and 19, obviously team selection. Obviously game week 18 was over Christmas on Boxing Day, so it was a decent weekend, I would say. Looking at the team of the week, Verbruna from Brighton were in there, 9 points. Van Hecken 9 points. Wan-Bissaka 9 points. Timber 9 points because all these teams had clean sheets. Joe Linton for Newcastle, a goal and assist, I believe, giving him 13 points. Alanga 11 points. Gordon 10 points. Cole Palmer 10 points. Cunha from Wolves 12 points. Gakpo for 12 points for Liverpool. And for Everton, Ndidi with 9 points there. Looking at the ins and outs for this week's, Isaac in, Cunha in, Gordon in, Alan in, and Rodgers in. Now, the one I wouldn't have brought in is Cunha, because he is rumoured to be suspended in upcoming weeks from the game against Ipswich. It's not confirmed, but if you don't have him in your team already, I wouldn't risk putting him in. Outs, obviously, Saka's injured. No one knows how long it's going to be, but it's going to be for another couple of weeks now. So you might as well sell him on, get the money back, and invest elsewhere. Bruno Fernandes' red card against Wolves means he's going to be suspended. Haaland's gone. Pedro and Smith Rowe is currently injured. So these transfers in out are smart decisions, and definitely ones that you should be trying to get rid of. The ins are hit and miss, I guess. But let's look at the points. So 75 points. Obviously, we took a 12-point from the transfers, so we could have even done better. The highest was 118, average was 51, so we did very well. I believe I was second best in both the mini league and the McDonald's league with the highest points this week, so that was good. We'll get into who got the highest and stuff, but for our team we had 6 points on rail, which was a good for the clean sheet. Virgil van Dijk didn't get his clean sheet against Leicester, which was a bit disappointing because I was expecting a clean sheet from the back line itself. Dan Burn obviously was a transfer in for Konza and came up big with that 3-0 victory, giving us a clean sheet there. Saliba, again, like Arsenal, like Raya, with the clean sheet. Bonus points as well, giving us 7. So a strong back line, obviously, apart from Van Dijk letting us down. Into the midfield, Cole Palmer, despite losing, he did get the goal, which obviously helps him get the 10 points there as a vice captain. Captain Salah, and I said this in the game week 18, I wanted Salah to do well, but not too well, because Tyler did use a triple captain on him. It wasn't too bad. He still got us points, but not too much, so that we didn't fall too far behind. Rodgers was on the bench, and that is because Diaz didn't play. So we brought in Diaz in as a replacement for Saka, and he didn't even play, which is a bit disappointing, because he did score 2 goals last week. Game week 18, he scored 2 goals. So I was expecting him to play. He didn't even get on the pitch. So Rodgers comes in with a 2, which isn't too bad. Enzo with a 2 as well. He might be someone that goes to the bench this week. Up front, we got Cunha, of course, destroying Man United. We don't really want to talk about that too much, but minutes played, 2 points, goal, 4 points. He got the assist in the last minute of the game, and the bonus points there. What a performance he had. Isaac, again, for Newcastle, we know they won 3-0. He got the goal, so he gets the 8 points there. and Jackson didn't do anything in that 2-1 loss to Fulham. On the bench, Pickford, however, has had another amazing weekend in a 1-1 draw, which, had it gone right, it would have been good. However, he saved Haaland's penalty, which means he does get the point for the save. And then obviously bonus points as well. 5 points for the penalty save, which means obviously he would have overtook Raya anyway. So I wasn't too disappointed because I knew he was going to concede. It just happened to be that they did get a penalty and he saved it, which obviously helps him. So it's a bit of a hit and miss really. FaZe is injured. Diaz didn't play for some reason, and Robinson only 1 point there in that 2-1 victory. So this week, a good team performance, I would say. Highest points wise, 118. Kepa in goal. Hall, Wan-Bissaka, Guardiola. So obviously these teams got clean sheets. He had Enzo, Bowen, Palmer, Salah, Jackson. So they've got the same front three. They use a bench boost, which obviously helped them with Braham, Esper, Gordon, and Hageman. So obviously his team revolved around defensively performed, which is obviously quite good, to be honest. Okay, moving to the leagues though. We went down in the McDonald's league. We stayed the same in our mini league. However, every other league we moved up, which is a little bit confusing. So we did very well. However, we still went down in the league. And there was only one change in all of the two leagues, and that was us going down from third to fourth, which is crazy to think. Obviously, Lads on Tour is still on top. Despite us having a good performance, he had an okay one, but he's still a long away from everyone else in this league. Again, there is potential we can go back up to second if we have another good week. But yeah, we did go down, unfortunately, despite having a 75, which is the best in this league and the second best in two leagues put together. We still somehow went down. So I don't know about that. I think it was because on the Saturday, on the Boxing Day, we didn't have many players. So obviously we went down to fourth, and then obviously we just couldn't call it back on the Friday. But it's okay. So we went down, but we're not too far out. In the mini league, we stayed the same. Again, we got a 50-point gap from Matthew. Tyler is ahead, obviously. There we can see he got 86 points. Obviously, he used his triple captain on Salah. So obviously we knew he was going to have a high scoring weekend. But we've done very well to keep pace with him. Because take away the triple captain, I think he would probably still be around the same as us. 42 minus 1072. So we're 70 points behind Tyler. That's what my calculator is saying. Which isn't too bad, because like here, 70 points, we'd close that gap. Obviously, we would have to have him a bad week for him. He had a good one, so he made 2 transfers which were free. So that obviously helped him with us having a minus 12. His defensive line obviously always has saved him for the last 3 weeks. The double up on the Arsenal and the double up on the Newcastle obviously does very well for him. obviously Salah for 27, as a triple captain. If you took that down to just a normal captain, which would have been, what was Salah's normal? Was it 18? I think it was 18. Let me just double check. Yeah, Salah was 18. So if you take away 9 points off his score, which was 86, let's go back to calculate 86. 86 minus 9, which would have been 77. So we would have only been 2 points away off him if he hadn't used his triple captain this week. So we did a very good week. Obviously, his midfield, Palmer, Salah, Semenyo in there, which is kind of a weak one. João Pedro didn't do anything for him, so I wouldn't be surprised if Tyler made the move from Pedro if he's got the funds. Does he have the funds? He's got 2.6 in the bank, so I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't make the move to Isaac if he can. And then obviously he's got Mazraoui on the bench, which was a quite smart move because you always expect Man United to leak goals. Son on the bench, Smith Rowe on the bench, who's injured. So I'm expecting his team to be this week with obviously Son in there and Pedro on the bench. Obviously I don't know, but yeah, it's a good start for him. We look at the rest of the leagues. No changes, of course. Aiden had a good week at the bottom. 72. What was his? Raya, Guardiola, Saliba, Mazraoui. Diaz obviously didn't play. Ahmed, Mo Salah, Palmer, Gakpo, which is obviously a good shout. Cunha, Jackson, and obviously Fabregas and all his bench don't play either. Not bad, to be honest. Moving into the transfers for this week, we obviously have one free transfer, but I'm not going to make any, I don't think. I think the team's fine as it is. It's going to be what we want to pick. Obviously, I'd be looking maybe at Jackson eventually. But he's still got some good runs until the Man City game, so we might just hold on. Obviously, we were still waiting for that Mbemo on the game week 25 to come back. So we're okay. Picking the team for this week, we're going to go for Pickford in goal. They've got Forest. Arsenal away. The problem is Brentford are so good at home. Then obviously we've got Robinson against Bournemouth, which is a good one. I think he could get a clean sheet there. West Ham for Liverpool should be a clean sheet. The midfield is where I'm struggling. Obviously, I think we'll leave the captain on Salah for now, but it could be a tempting thing to go to Palmer against Ipswich. Diaz, and I'm tempted to make the swap to Rodgers and put Enzo on the bench. And I might do a bench boost. Maybe, I don't know. And so It's tempting. Yeah, I think this is the team we're gonna send out for this week. There's two changes. Obviously, the goalkeeper and Enzo might be something that we change to go back to Ray and Rogers. I was tempted to go to a bench boost, but obviously FaZe is injured anyway. So there's no point because he's going to get 0. So we're going to send this team out. Obviously, captain-wise, let me know in the comments. Am I going Salah or should I be going to Palmer for that Ipswich game? So I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. But this was the Game Week 19 team selection. Obviously, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who has subscribed, liked the videos throughout the year. We've hit 306 subscribers now, which is obviously awesome. Our next aim is to get to the 500 sub mark. So please subscribe. And I will see you in the next episode next week. Obviously, if there is any more changes, obviously that will be on the YouTube Shorts. But for now, thank you for watching. Goodbye.